There's one figure that Trump has been talking about a lot recently, and I'm hoping that he makes it into the VP consideration, and that is fictional character Hannibal Lecter.
I'm so glad he brought it back.
This has been really fun.
Yeah,
this has really been. You could tell the world needed one. The world needed something fun.
Silence of the Lambs. Has anyone ever seen a Silence of the Lambs? The late great Hannibal Lecter. He's a wonderful man. He oftentimes would have a friend for dinner. Remember the last scene? Excuse me, I'm about to have a friend for dinner. As this poor doctor walked by. I'm about to have a friend for dinner, but Hannibal Lecter, congratulations, the late great Hannibal Lecter. We have people that are being released into our country that we don't want in our country.
Yeah, no, at recent campaign stops, Trump has been talking about Hannibal Lecter like he's a real person. Saying of him, the late great Hannibal Lecter. Do you remember Hannibal Lecter?
Yeah, that's the part that's kind of confusing. Like this, it sort of makes sense what he's saying. He's like, they're letting in people from insane asylums coming to the country, like Hannibal Lecter. Which, just as an aside, he was a doctor, by the way.
Yeah, that's the kind of
genius psychiatrist. So yeah, we want those people. It would actually be brain drained from Mexico if Hannibal Lecters came over the border. But he's like, he's saying he's late and great, but he doesn't die in the movie, and Anthony Hopkins is still around.
Alive. Yeah,
so I'm not sure what he's even referring to.
Has Anthony Hopkins ever made reference to Trump? By the way,
no, that was his whole thing. Is he used to say, the actor Hannibal Lecter, he's a big fan of me, and you look it up, and Anthony Hopkins has never mentioned him. He's British. And he's not a Republican. It would be very stupid, like Sir Anthony Hopkins. He's knighted. He's not going to be saying like, yeah, MAGA. Like it's the weirdest guy you could possibly pick. Yeah. Like you could say like Sylvester Stallone endorsed me, and it's probably true. Yeah. There's so many old ass actors you could pick, but an old British guy like that who's like never makes public statements. Like he wouldn't even endorse a British election. He wouldn't endorse Labor or anything because he's just like he's like the Queen.
Frank Stallone definitely has endorsed Donald Trump. That I'm 100% sure of.
There's no one around to make fun of him now that Norm's dead. He's getting too confident.
But I love when he engages the audience about movies. Like, remember when he talked about Sunset Boulevard?
You know, I'm looking for like where let's get Gone with the Wind. Can we get like Gone with the Wind back, please? Sunset Boulevard. So many great movies.
When he talks about great movie, like classic movies like Sunset Boulevard, Norma Desmond, folks, ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. And he starts doing lines from the movie where, remember that movie? He's having a friend for dinner. Remember the doctor coming off the plane? He's having a friend for dinner. Trump should be a film critic.
It's shades of the New York Trump.
Yeah.
Like the guy who loves the Queenie mid-century culture.
Yep.
The guy who just wants to gab about musicals and shit in Saks Fifth Avenue. And they've mostly gotten rid of that. They've Floridatized him. Very sad.
Yeah. He's lost his connection to mid-century American culture, like Sunset Boulevard, living in Florida all the time.
He's become rootless.
I loved how like stumped the crowd was when he started talking about Sunset Boulevard. All those like that audience. Those are the people that are still buying like those Bruce Willis movies that were made long after
the ones where they were filming when he was fully brain dead.
Yeah,
he was fully senile.
He doesn't have any lines.
Yeah, all the Bruce Willis movies called like Final Notice that were produced by Lala Kent's boyfriend.
60 Seconds to Kill.
Yeah,
by Lala. Yeah, by the guy Turtle from Entourage is based on, who's doing elder abuse to Bruce Willis to make 60 direct-to-video movies a year. But I
don't know how you break even on that. Just paying Bruce Willis, that seems like it would get rid of most of the profit.
Alex, it's all like overseas markets. Because if you just get Al Pacino or Bruce Willis in a movie and pay them you pay most of the budget for just like one day of them on set, and then you build a movie as starring Bruce Willis or Al Pacino, it does gangbusters overseas in like Asia or India.
You should do that. You should do it for Movie Madness or Movie Mindset. Sorry.
That's like if Trump had to endorse Movie Mindset. Movie Madness. It's the podcast
Movie Madness.
Will Menaker's mad for movies.
Like, how much would it cost to get Frank Stallone?
Okay. Can we dedicate maybe a quarter of this month's Patreon to hiring Frank Stallone to be in a movie?
I don't even think it would cost that.
Or Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis is dirt cheap. He is dirt cheap.
Movie madness. I don't like the young man very much, but there's a young lady named Asa Denny. She's all class and she loves the movies, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, I think Anthony Hopkins should be Trump's VP.
Well, he couldn't be president. That's the problem.
That's the perfect insurance.
Yes. That's what
I guess he would probably die right away because he would be older than Trump, and then it would be the Speaker of the House. It would be Mike Johnson.
Mike Johnson.
But they want to get him out. They have to make sure it's someone good.
Trump should run on bringing back Dennis Hastert. We've forgiven him.